At the break of dawn, when the air is still cold and the world hasn't fully awakened, soldiers throughout history stood in the same silence, waiting, thinking, questioning what would happen next. Some wondered whether they would return home, some wondered whether their names would be remembered, and some simply hoped to survive long enough to see another sunrise. This quiet moment before the clash of armies tells us more about the human heart than any victory ever could. But here's something most people never think about. What truly kept these men standing in line when fear was screaming louder than the enemy's war cry? Was it loyalty, honor, hope, or something far deeper that we often overlook? Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button, because the stories we uncover here are not just history. They're lessons from people who lived through moments that could break the strongest of us. And trust me, you don't want to miss what comes next. Now let's step into the real heart of the story. Throughout ancient and medieval times, soldiers were not just fighters trained for battle. They were human beings balancing courage and terror in the same heartbeat. Many carried letters from home sewn into their armor. Some carried charms, prayers, or symbols they believed would protect them. Others marched forward believing their destiny had already been written long before they picked up a sword. Yet what united them all was the same unspoken truth. Every soldier faces a battlefield long before stepping onto the field, the battlefield inside their own mind. This inner struggle shaped empires, changed kings, and influenced decisions that rewrote the course of history. On the morning of a decisive battle, commanders didn't just give orders. They told stories of past victories, fallen heroes, and promises of what would follow if they held the line. These speeches weren't meant to boost confidence alone. They were meant to steady hearts shaking with fear. Imagine standing shoulder to shoulder with thousands, hearing the distant rumble of an approaching army, knowing that every breath could be your last. In that moment, a soldier's strength didn't come from armor or weapons. It came from conviction. The belief that the cause was greater than themselves, greater than fear, greater than what awaited them on the field. History shows us something powerful. Those who marched into battle with clarity, purpose, and inner discipline often survived not because they were the strongest, but because they refused to let fear dictate their choices. Their resolve shaped legends. Their endurance shaped nations. And here's the real question, the one that carries this entire story forward. If you stood in that line, with the weight of the world on your shoulders, what would keep you from stepping back? What belief, what purpose, what conviction would hold your ground for you? Think about that as we continue exploring the lives of those who faced not only enemies, but their own limits. If you want more powerful stories like this, stories that reveal the human depth behind history, make sure to subscribe. Every episode uncovers another truth hidden behind battles, leaders, and turning points that shaped our world.